So as I'm working on this auditor series, I've been listening to my scanner more now. Not only listening to it, but paying attention to more about the details. I'm noticing a lot of funny things going on in our tyrannic system. And nobody's questioning it. I would say that less people have scanners today than when I was a kid. When I was a kid, a lot of people had them. I always knew what was going on. You knew where emergency was going and where the cops were going. And that's all changed now. They've gone over to digital is one reason. A lot of these guys, they have so many different channels. You have to program all their channels in. I don't do that, but if you wanted to keep up with what everybody was doing around you, I don't even go for surrounding towns or anything. I just pick up local shit from the town I'm living in. It'll grab up any emergency, first responders, A1, towing companies, local surrounding towns, I guess you could say. When surrounding towns are getting involved, you'll hear them chime in. And state police, the state police that are working in our area, we get called in. But I'm noticing a lot of things. All right, so every year, at the end of the year, the last 2 to 3 months of every year, it's like this in every town where they're putting their numbers together and they're looking into how far away they are from their new revenue that they now have to make. Our police officers, just like most of the other agencies, and including the first responders, they're not working for us or with us anymore. It's been this way for a long time. It was a trick to make us believe that they were supposed to be working with us. They were not. And then they set it up to, well, at least the sheriffs will work with the, human population. No, they don't either. And I gotta admit, I won't declare myself a bootlicker, but I definitely believed a lot of bullshit about the laws as I was growing up, and I talked myself into trouble when I did not have to, when I shouldn't have. Times when I should have kept my mouth shut, I spoke. Times when I should have spoke, I kept my mouth shut. That kind of thing. So I would say that if anybody's going to do that, just be careful, because if you get pulled over and you decide all of a sudden you're going to do like this guy, what's his name is saying, Chili is talking about getting pulled over and what to say, he's giving you the card and all that kind of stuff. It's hard to say because it's all turned so tyrannic now. It's so fucking tyrannic no matter what. So last 3 months of every year, you're going to see them out in force. And that's what they're doing right now. They're out in force. And it's after the first of the year now. They're still going strong. Our local department down here has hired some new people. Seems like every year more and more get put on the forces. Different agencies, working with different agencies. They're all in, a lot more of them are now in unmarked cars now. A lot more are in unmarked cars. So over the scanner, when they're pulling people over, there was a guy from Tennessee a couple nights ago. A guy from Tennessee got pulled over. It was already decided before the cop even got out of the car that this guy's car was going to be towed. He didn't know anything. He was calling the information in. So what they do is they say, show me out at a traffic, show me out at traffic. They'll call over the radio. Then they call in the plate number before they even get out of the car. So the guy from Tennessee, or the girl, or whoever it was from Tennessee, they were already making arrangements before he got out of the car. He was already making arrangements for a tow truck to show up. That's a little strange. Before he even got the information back on the plate came back. When the plate came back, they said they could not reach Tennessee's computer. They could not get information. It did not say bad information. It didn't say the vehicle was unregistered. It didn't say the vehicle was false. But they already knew. They already had a tow truck en route before he even got out of the car. So he comes back on the radio, whether back in the car or from his vest, who knows, I don't know. But he calls in the license number, most likely back in his car where he's safe. And he calls in the license number. Again, it comes back as no response, not getting any response from Tennessee's computer. Didn't say that his license was revoked, didn't say he had a bad license, didn't say anything like that. Then, nothing over the radio about what the charges are or why the car is being towed. That wasn't clear. Because if you have nothing and you can't even reach their computer and you have nothing, then how can you say nothing is something? So they ended up towing his car. That was the next call we got in, is the record. Now, I don't know if that guy got arrested or what happened with the stop, but somehow he already knew when he was calling in the plate that he was going to get a record. Okay, so that was the Tennessee call. Then, I think it was this morning, was the Connecticut one. I used to go through this shit all the time when you live in multiple states and you try to drive your Connecticut vehicles in Mass or your Massachusetts vehicles in Connecticut, just one state over, you're going to get pulled over all the fucking time, all right? So, anyways, so this morning we get the Connecticut plate pulled over, and this time not only did they say to put the tow truck en route, but they also said put a K en route. Can you put a K en route? This was just from reading a Connecticut plate number. Did not have any information on the plate or the person driving the vehicle. If they didn't even know who that was yet at that point. It was just a random pullover, who knows, traffic violation of some kind. They don't ever tell you that. They never say I'm pulling them over for a light or I'm pulling, because they want to leave that window open so that they can say anything. When they get up to the car, it might change to a seatbelt, or talking on a phone if they see the phone in your hand or something like that, you know. It could change. But in the meantime, it could be a blinker. Could you didn't put your blinker on fast enough. You touched your brakes too quick with people behind you, going to cause an accident. It could be anything. So anyways, a random traffic stop, not the computer reading a plate and saying that somebody has a warrant, nothing like that. Just a Connecticut plate, whatever the pullover reason was, who the hell knows. Suspicious behavior because you got an out-of-state plate, most likely, I'm guessing. I don't know if they can legally put that on a report, but that's obviously what it is. And how do you know, before you get any information back, how did you know that you needed a tow truck en route and you needed a K9 en route? How did you know that? So sure enough, within 10 minutes, I'd say 10 minutes later, after the initial stop, tow truck was already on scene. I didn't hear nothing about the K9 going through the car or anything like that. So most likely the K9 went by and didn't smell anything. Most likely. Because I didn't hear nothing come back about any kind of arrest about drugs or anything like that. I didn't even hear him saying that they were arresting the guy or girl. But they were towing the car. Because the cop was staying on scene with the tow truck, and he did call that part back in. So somebody driving through Massachusetts, Connecticut plates, gets pulled over, and immediately they've already got a dog and a tow truck on the way. That's kind of strange to me. It's very strange to me. And these are police that I think they're pretty decent compared to the rest of the country, you know. Our local cops over here, but the thing is too is that we've gotten so used to things being fucked up that we don't even know, we don't even realize that our rights were being infringed. They made us feel like the bad guy the whole time. They made us feel like the criminal, even when no crime was being committed. If no crime was being committed, they come up with a new fucking crime. Now all of a sudden these things become illegal. Kind of like they're doing right now in Washington with Second Amendment rights, right? They put in, they make laws saying that you can put those braces on your pistols. You can do pistol braces. Now all of a sudden they made them illegal after billions of dollars have been spent on them. And now they're making it a federal offense to even have them. They're sending DEA officers around to collect these things, stealing people's property. It's fucking unbelievable, man. It's still going on. Hundreds of years later, it's one of the things that I like about this guy, Chili. He's calling out the Supreme Court. He's calling out the laws. He's calling out all these bad fucking laws. The only thing is that the battle is not really with the people you're battling with, Chili. It's the people that are coming to you saying that they want your help. There's 7.8 billion of them. They'll walk by you, they'll rank you out, they'll yell at you because you're trying to help them, and they think that you're going to cause them more harm because you're there. I'm watching it with all the auditors, actually. All the auditors are going through that. And you go to a post office, you got 27 with people today are calling Karens. I just call them zombie slaves. You'll have 20 of them ganging up on an auditor who's there with a camera. No thought process about the hundreds of cameras that are in the parking lot, on everybody's cars. No thought process about all the hidden cameras that are on people's glasses, or like the one I'm wearing right now that no one can even see. It's tucked away in my coat. You can't even see the fucking thing. No common sense, man. And then you got the frauditors. Well, Chili, you're calling frauditors. All these auditors that are out there working for different agencies in order to dilute the pool so they can start more new laws. Same thing that they did with COVID. Lion Mama Kona 19, I mean. I don't like to call it what it actually is because, we can't do that, right? We don't have any fucking First Amendment rights to freedom of speech. It's bullshit. We definitely do not. It's all a fucking lie. So, to you, Chili, about the cameras, because you're real big on putting the cameras in charge of everything. It doesn't... Chili, that's not going to matter, because the thing is that the police are going away anyway. The police that we have right now, over the next year, just in 1 year from now, those police are all going to be upgraded. They're going to be more, because what are they? They're militarized, right? They're militarized police. That's what we've done to our police. But we were told that this was going to happen like this. We were told under different agendas, let's put it that way, these different agendas, whether by the United Nations, whether by presidents past and present, future, because everybody's so excited that Trump. I mean, what a fucking fuck show game this whole thing is with Trump, right? I mean, the Freemasons have been telling us for fucking 60 years. Trump will be the final trumpet, just like it says in the Bible. And the same people that wrote the Bible are writing this history as we live it. They write it as we live it. And then as a matter of fact, we're living what they write. It's all fucking backwards, upside down world, man. But anyways, we were told that they were going to play it this way. We were told Trump would be the final president and the United States will be broken up, back up into pieces again like it was when it started. So obviously 2024 is going to be the big year for that. And it's going to be Biden doing his part to tear us apart from each other and rip us apart. Biden's doing his part. Trump did his part when he was in office. Now Trump's supposed to come back in and he's going to do the rest of the damage. And they're all working together, man. They all work together. Now, who knows what it is I'm trying to show you? Who at the top knows what I'm trying to show you? I have to assume these presidents all over the earth, leaders, I have to assume they must be in on the big fucking show. They must be in on the big game. Trump, Biden, you say, well, how do they keep such a secret? Well, because it's not really a secret. The 7.8 billion zombie slaves want to be lied to. We demand to be lied to. We do it under something that we call, not communism in this country, we call it capitalism. It's still slavery, no matter what fucking political brand you want to put on it. Same thing with you liberals, with the liberal douchebags. They're all so full of shit. They all go along with the same education that we're talking about. What makes you intelligent, Chili, right? Your memory capsule. You remember all these laws. Big fucking deal. They're all fake laws. They're all bullshit anyway. So you keep them in memory so you can protect yourself and the people directly around you. But you're not going to reach 7.8 billion people. You're going to reach a few thousand at a time. Then you're going to have, out of your tens of thousands of subscribers, you're going to have, let's say you got 10,000 subscribers, right? 10,000 viewers, fuck subscribers, just viewers. 10,000 people watch your videos. Likes, shares, who cares, whatever. Out of that, how many do you think are agents? How many, let me rephrase that question. How many do you think are paid agents? How many do you think are coincidental agents of the state? Majority of them, right? Like 99.9%. Yeah, they're accidental agents. You call them bootlickers and you call them, copsuckers and stuff like that, but they're all over. It's everybody. It's fucking everyone, man. 7.8 billion zombie slaves. So the reason why I chose you, Chili, to make the series too, several of them, but those are a couple of them. Number one, you're willing to call out the lies of the court system, the judges. It's a big part of it. Everybody wants to get on the cops. It's not the fucking cops. I mean, it is the cops, but it's the cops are just an extension of the 7.8 billion zombie slaves that go along with everything. As I was saying a few minutes ago, and I sidetracked myself, those police are militarized now. They're going to be going away. Their jobs are going to be given to the illegal immigrants. The illegal immigrants that are going to be here are next going to be our new tyrannic police force to keep the citizens in line. And we're going to go along with it because it's what the 7.8 billion people want. It's what they signed up for. They love being slaves. So be ready for that. It's going to be a big year this year. A lot of shit's going to happen. A lot of it's going to happen undercover, under disguise. They'll enslave you while they tell you they're giving you more freedoms. Yeah, you want the freedom to walk the street without worrying about these guns everywhere, don't you? Yeah, because they make up their bullshit stories about all these. I mean, come on, Chili. You think that 28 human beings, whether they had clown outfits out on or not, are going to wait in a hallway somewhere, and they're just going to stand outside in the hallway, and in the next room, there's someone in there doing bad stuff to children? You think that that's really going to happen, Chili? Of course not. And then are they going to get a record of that on the cameras, or the cameras from that area of the police standing there washing their hands, laughing and giggling with each other while they listen to one shot after another shot for 45 minutes, I believe it was, supposedly, allegedly? You think that's really going to happen, Chili? No. So where does the lie start and where does it begin? And then you hurt people's feelings, supposedly, when you say that was a bullshit story. There's no way I'm going to believe that. And then you can look at all the parents that were outside trying to get in the building for their kids. That was a real part of the story. That was the only part of this, one of the few parts of that story that had any truth or reality to it. Those parents were not good actors. They were real parents. They were not actors. You can spot the shitty actors. The shitty actors were the cops outside the fucking door washing their hands. They obviously were there doing some kind of a drill when them videos were made. That was some kind of a drill that went on, and that's why the cops felt it okay to laugh and giggle and tap each other and talk to each other about what they're doing after work and whatever, because those videos were taken during a drill. That's the way they do it all the time. That's why I'm so offended that in my town, they were doing 27, 28 drills a year now. They've been doing this for years. I got thrown out of those drills, and because of some things that I requested, asked about, questions that I asked, I wasn't being a dick at all. And I just asked questions, and then they changed the rules. Any parents that are come to the building during a lockdown event, what they call shelter-in-place event, will be asked to leave the school premises. Not just the school premises, but the entire campus. So you cannot even be on the other side of the street while this is going on, unless you happen to know somebody that lives in a house over there. Otherwise, I'm not even allowed there, otherwise under threat of arrest. That's what they claimed. And they sent out letters talking about that after that last incident. Now, my incident happened 7 years ago, maybe now already, 7 years maybe. But it's just funny because none of the other 7.8 billion zombie slaves backed me up that day. None of them, none. And when I called the new chief of police, when I called the Board of Education, when I called all these people that were involved in it, when I called the state barracks and talked to those guys that were in on it that day, you're talking about the day that I went to this event was the 28th, I believe, of the year. It was the 28th lockdown of the year. We heard 3 different stories when I showed up at the site. I was there within 10 minutes of the call coming in, but yet 22 News was already on site, cameras all set up, everything. 54 officers, I believe it was, reported to be there on site that day for this supposed lockdown. They did not call it lockdown at that time. They were still wanted to call it. They insisted, as a matter of fact, on calling it a shelter in place. And I said, this ain't fucking shelter in place, man. These are lockdowns. Fucking prisoners don't even know that they're being locked down. They don't even know they're prisoners. They're fucking zombie slaves like their parents. Anyways, I didn't say that at the time. I mean, not that way anyways, but that's what I was getting around to. They don't get it. They all refer to 9/11. They refer to the one that I'm talking about now in that other school. They cannot determine the difference between a hoax and something real. They cannot determine the difference between them, our law professionals. As a matter of fact, their entire jobs, their salaries count on these hoaxes. They count on them. Otherwise, they have no reason to exist without all these hoaxes. That's what actually set me off on the trail today, was because now on the way back, I didn't stop at any rocks or the water or anything like that. It's fine. I'm just testing out these cameras while I'm fucking around. I'm testing out the body camera setup now. It's actually pretty damn good. I like it a lot better than the one hanging around my neck. It's more adjustable. But anyways, our local school officer, I just heard this morning, she's also a town officer, and I heard her coming over the radio. She had several things that she was looking into, including someone that she was investigating downtown. And I was going to go down and check it out and see what it was all about. And then as I was starting to get out on the road, she called back over the radio again and said she was going to be on the upper campus, which means the upper parking lot of the school. So what they're doing is watching that road, watching this. They're nailing people left and right, man. It's fucking tyrannic. Now, I'm not hearing a lot of bitching and moaning, other than I have a Venezuelan family that is very much against being pulled over like this on a regular basis. There's nowhere you can go around here without driving by several police officers parked, hidden in different areas where they're going to pull people over for anything. They could pull you over for anything. You don't have to be speeding. You could have a blinker out. You could not use your blinker fast enough. You could be reaching for your seatbelt. You could stare at them and look at them the wrong way, and they'll count that as suspicious. They look, you're looking at me funny. And then once they pull you over, they'll think of a whole bunch of other shit to get you on, So I've been dealing with this shit all my life, not even realizing how tyrannic it is. Playing the fucking game of working around them. Going, okay, I know they're down here at 9 o'clock. I know they're here at 4 o'clock. I know there's going to be 2 more over here at 11 o'clock. I know if I come through town at night, don't go over here, over there, or over here. I mean, it really limits where you can go. And I'm not talking about just in a vehicle. I'm talking about walking. I'm talking about walking or on a bicycle. So they've been doing weird shit. Even the ones that are good, even the ones that I would consider good departments are still doing fucked up, tyrannical shit. And I think it's going to become more and more clear to me. I'm trying to figure out where my place is going to be on this. I do not want to waste time doing this part of auditing unless it pertains to me. I really don't. Because otherwise, I'm not able to use my time to show you the true creator. What I'm all about is showing you the true creator, and it just feels so strongly to me that all these other things, all the series that I made to all these people, they're all actors, actresses, zombie slaves. So for me to be distracted from showing you the true creator seems like a trick to me. It seems like that's part of the game. Distract him with anything. Distract him with all kinds of bullshit. Tell them that the 7.8 billion zombie slaves believe everything that everyone else is telling them all their lives, but yet what this guy, Mike Oziak, is showing them, not telling you, showing it to you so that you can go look for yourselves. That guy's the guy that's full of shit and should not be listened to. Why? Because he's trying to take away your God. He's trying to take away your Satan. He's trying to take away your politicians. He's telling you that all of these things that you believe so strongly in all your life were all fucking lies. Nobody wants to face that. Nobody wants to admit to that. That's why they don't go look. If I do get somebody to look, then they see it. Once they see it, they go into immediate denial. They get right back on the right side of the track, which is the zombie slave side of the track, and they want to continue to be dumbed down zombie slaves. I believe part of that reason is because they just don't feel like anybody's going to ever win. They probably ask in their mind, how can this guy know this and sees it all and be this calm about talking about it? Why is he not jumping up and down and acting like a lunatic? Why is he talking about it just as, hey, it's every day, it's just the way it is. And 7.8 billion people are telling him, no, it's not that way. And he still just casually and nonchalantly claims, no, you can see it all for yourselves. I don't have to argue with you. I don't have to argue with you about nothing. I mean, I enjoy an argument if I can win, but if it's a no-win situation and you're just going to keep fucking telling me things are the way that they're not and telling me they're not the way that they are, and I can clearly see that they are and are not this way. That's why I'm looking forward to the auditors, doing this series to the auditors, because to you auditors, this is it, man. This is it. This is going to, if you go look at what it is I'm showing you throughout my videos, there's a couple thousand videos up on the Michael Oziak channel. There's at least 1,000 on the Miguel Everyone channel. I'm just building the Right to Reality channel because I know these other 2 channels are going to get shut down for good. They'll be permanently shut. And they're probably going to shut all 3 down, to be honest with you. That's what it seems they've been doing to people. That's why I have them set up under different emails, but that doesn't seem to help either. There's no way, really, for me to do it. I have to come back up under a new person, a new name, a new address, a new email, and then it would only be a matter of a short time before they figure out it's me. and then they'll change it up again. So to chili, what I'm showing you, I know it's not going to all be said in this video. It's going to take me a couple hundred parts of a series to end up showing all this to you as good as I can. And I hope you go look. Feel free to ask questions. You're not going to like the answers you receive, but you seem to be pretty used to that already anyway. And I'm going to start going and getting on your videos now. I just wanted to put together a couple introduction videos of who I am, what I'm doing, that kind of thing. Shoot the shit a little bit, break into your channel to, get to know who you are a little more. So now I'm going to start bringing you in and showing you using your videos. I'm going to use your videos. You don't have a lot of trees in there, but you got some rocks, boulders. You might have some moon videos. I don't know. I got to look around. And you definitely have cloud level. I can digitally collect from the cloud level and show you how to do it, that kind of thing. So, all right, I'm going to go home and review these videos. Hopefully they came out all right. And then we'll take it from there. I'll be back.